Hey y'all, it's Melissa from The Little For the Kid. Welcome to my channel. I'm a homeschool mom to 3 kids, and most of what you find on my channel is homeschool content, although on occasion I talk about some other mom lifestyle, allergy lifestyle type things, crunchy lifestyle. So if you like that kind of stuff, definitely hit that red subscribe button and stick around. Today I am doing another product spotlight. I'm super excited about this one. I always kind of have trouble deciding what product to spotlight when I do these because they're all amazing. But this one is extra exciting, and I'm going to share with you why at the end of this video and get a little scientific and a little nerdy with you. Not too much, but before we do that, let's just talk about this amazing essential oil. Are you ready? Okay, so before I get into it, I just wanted to say, if you have not seen my videos that talk a little bit about my reasons for becoming crunchy, as they say, definitely go check out some of those videos. It will better help you understand why I promote essential oils. It's because I truly believe in them. They have changed our lives. They saved my son's life. And I am a firm believer that they are God's medicine, and I feel like they should be in every home in the world. I really do believe that with all of my heart. That is me speaking honestly, not me trying to sell you something. We have essential oils all over my house. You can see right now I'm diffusing some behind me. I always am in virtually every room of my house. They go with me in my purse everywhere I go. They're in my car. They're in pretty much every room of my house. We use them all the time. And so I would not sit here and tell you about a product that I claim to love if I didn't actually love it. I really, truly do. So without further ado, let's talk about lavender. Okay, so first of all, lavender is one of the most commonly used, commonly talked about essential oils there is, I would say. I have been using essential oils for almost 10 years now. And so I hear a lot about them from lots of people and lots of different groups of people and places and situations that I'm in. And lavender is one that comes up time and time again. So at doTERRA, we have 2 lavender products. We have this 15 ml bottle of pure lavender essential oil, and then you can also buy the lavender touch version, which is simply pure lavender essential oil already pre-diluted in fractionated coconut oil for you in a roller ball, which is nice and convenient because then you can just slap it right on as you need it. So we have heard lavender called the oil of communication. I have heard lavender called the Swiss Army knife of oils because it is so great for so many things. It's great for skin and sleep and stress, and it's amazing. So just a fun fact before we get going, this is a 15 ml bottle of lavender here. It actually takes 35 pounds of lavender flowers to produce this one 15 ml bottle of lavender essential oil. So that is crazy to me. Very cool. If you see me looking down, it's because I am a rabbit trailer. You all know that if you have watched my videos before. I will get going and I will get off topic and I will talk and talk and talk. So to avoid that, I do have some notes here just to keep me on track so this video doesn't become 1 hour long, because none of us want that, do we? So if you see me glancing down, that's what I'm doing. I'm just looking at my notes to make sure I don't get off track. So let's talk about some of the benefits of lavender essential oil specifically. It's soothing for skin. It can reduce feelings of tension or anxiety. It helps promote a peaceful sleep. It can be calming during times of stress. Just to name a few. Like, I could go on and on about lavender. I really could. Let's talk about some specific ways to use it quickly. You can add it to your shampoo to promote thick and healthy hair. You can apply 1 drop to your skin to soothe irritation, or like I said, I've actually had this rash on the top of my hand that's been itchy, and so I've been using my Lavender Touch on it, and it's virtually gone away in about less than a day. So you can do that. You can take a drop internally to help soothe and calm the nervous system. You can diffuse it. I'm actually not diffusing lavender right now, but you could diffuse lavender or take it internally to reduce anxious feelings and promote a peaceful sleep. One of my favorite ways to use lavender is to add it to my bath water with some Epsom salt to just melt away the stress of the day. So that's just a few, trust me, there are a million more ways to use a lavender essential oil, but it's definitely, in my opinion, a must-have in your home for sure. But here's where we get a little scientific and a little nerdy. So I am such a science nerd, and this part makes me really excited, but I know that not everybody is. So I'm not going to talk about it for a long time. I'm not going to dig super, super deep into it. If you want to know more, let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to do a science nerdy video for you. Nobody in my family is really into it either, so I have to find like an oil buddy to talk all the science and nerdy essential oil things with, because I don't really have anybody in my home who cares. They love to use the essential oils, but they don't really care why they work or how they work or any of the science behind it. But I do. And so what I want to share with you about lavender oil specifically from doTERRA is that for the first time ever, there is what we call a pharmaceutical grade essential oil, and it is doTERRA, specifically doTERRA's lavender essential oil. And so let's talk about what that means and why that's important. So first of all, if you know how essential oils work, you know that they are systemic, meaning when you apply one somewhere or take it internally or whatever, no matter where you put it, you still get a systemic involvement. That oil goes to all parts of your body. It is a systemic thing. And so because of that, because it's like if when I just put it on my hand right here, it absorbed into my skin and went into my bloodstream. And so like my whole body got the essential oil, even though I put it on my hand, which is different from like, let's say a cortisone cream. It's not going to be systemic. It's not going to, travel to all parts of my body because I put it on my hand, but an essential oil does. And so purity is exceedingly important, because when you put it on your body, it is systemic. And we know that adulteration in the essential oil community is very rampant. Like it's not a secret. There's not a lot of regulation on essential oil production and sales and all of that. That's no secret, I'm sure, which is why essential oils are often controversial, and a lot of people have very bad opinions of essential oils. That's another video for another day. But what happened recently, well, it's taken place over a period of time, but recently we were made aware of it, is that there were 5 studies done on lavender oil, and specifically the one that makes me really excited is they did a study that compared the effectiveness of placebos and traditional pharmaceutical medication along with lavender essential oils, and they actually did clinical trials to see what exactly those things did to the human body, which I'm not going to get into all the details. I could. It is fascinating to me, but I know that's like super boring to some people. But to my knowledge, it's the first time that's ever been done where they actually did clinical trials, number one, with essential oils, like looking at what the lavender essential oil was actually doing to the human body that was using it. And also, not only that, but they were looking at it in comparison to what a placebo was doing and to what pharmaceutical medication is intended for the same, to hopefully have the same results as what you would use the lavender for, and to really compare and see, how did the essential oil fare next to this medication from a pharmacy. So that is super exciting to me. And what they did was they used the University of Mississippi School of Pharmacy, did this study along with the NCNPR. And so it wasn't a doTERRA study, right? This was essentially a third party study, in conjunction with the University of Mississippi and the NCNPR. And the data is actually published in a pharmaceutical journal, not a essential oil magazine, okay, but an actual peer-reviewed pharmaceutical journal, a medical literature about pharmaceuticals, which is super exciting. And what they did is they took 32 commercially available lavender essential oils that are marked for internal use. Okay, that's an important distinction. So a lot of essential oils on the market are not labeled for internal use. So that's a huge distinction. They took 32 that were labeled for internal use and they took them through all these series of tests. Again, I'm not going to get into all the nitty-gritty of what the tests were and what they were looking at and and how they worked. If you want to see that, you're welcome to research that yourself. Let me know in the comments. I'll do another more sciencey video if you want me to, because like I said, I'm fascinated by it and I've done a ton of research on it because it fascinates me. But so they took these 32 lavenders, and what they found was that 2/3 of them were either adulterated or synthetic, not even real essential oil. And so this is why it's so important to choose an essential oil company that you feel is being transparent and truthful and honest about the purity of their essential oils, because many of them are not. And so, if that sounds like a sales pitch to you, you can accuse me of that, but that is truly not what I'm doing or trying to do. I have, as I said before, used essential oils for almost 10 years, and I have not always been with doTERRA. I have done, because I'm a science nerd, I have done so much research, which is why I ended up switching to doTERRA. And I actually switched to doTERRA before I found out about these studies and these results and this journal and this pharmaceutical medical journal. So I didn't even know that this was happening when I made the decision to switch over. But now that I do know about this particular study, it just solidifies the fact that I made the right decision in switching to doTERRA. If you have more questions about that, feel free to comment below. I've said before on my channel is a happy place, full of encouragement and information, and it's not a place where we're going to be ugly to each other. So if the comments are ugly, I will delete them. But if you honestly have some questions or comments or whatever that you like to share below, I'm happy to answer those questions. If I don't know the answer, I will help find the answer. Also, I'm definitely going to link the journal article in the description box for you. So if you do not believe me, you can click on that link and it'll take you right to that scientific article, because this is not marketing. Remember, this was a third-party study done that found that doTERRA's lavender was absolutely pure. Batch after batch of it was. And so that is just super exciting to me, to the science nerd in me, to the essential oil user in me, to the crunchy mama in me that wants to protect my children's health in the safest way that I can. And so for me, essential oils are absolutely the way to go. And I'm not saying I don't believe in modern medicine. I absolutely do believe there's a time and a place for it. But our first line of defense is not modern medicine. Our first line of defense is essential oils, really, and natural ways of promoting our own health and supporting our own immune systems. And we are the healthiest we've ever been since we really ditched, for the most part, we ditched modern medicine. Not completely, so don't come in the comments hating on me. But it is certainly not where we go first. I'll say that. When we feel like somebody in the family is getting sick, the doctor is not the first place we go. And I would say 99.999% of the time, we don't need the doctor. I honestly, other than a well check not too long ago because we had to, I don't remember the last time one of us went to the doctor because we were sick. I really don't. That's the truth. And two of us are immune compromised. So we should be sick all the time. And in fact, we used to be sick all the time before we started using essential oils. So all of that to say, the science nerd in me is super excited about pharmaceutical grade doTERRA lavender essential oil. It's super exciting. Definitely check out that link to that journal article if you're a science nerd like me. And you can see all the data right there in front of you. You can read it for yourself. It's so super cool, and it proves to me that essential oils are something that my family definitely will always be using in our home. So there you have it, lavender essential oil. Get you some. If you don't know where to get some, I'll put a link in the description box below so that you can get you some lavender oil too, or you can definitely message me if you have questions about how to get that little beauty right there. See you guys next time. Bye.